Now, the one thing you guys have in common were you were cheerleaders in the 8th grade.
In the 8th grade, yeah.
Did you compare a lot of notes, like, you know?
No, I don't. Not a lot of that experience could help us in this movie. I mean, a little bit because I knew the terminology, so that helped a lot, and like just the spirit of it, and you know, I was very comfortable with the subject. It wasn't like so foreign to me, which was nice. So reading the script, it wasn't an easy transition, but
and the
girls work
dedication
hard.
and the commitment.
Yeah,
that you
we
make
understood
that.
that.
But it's like what we were doing as 8th graders
was like
nothing
a slice of the pie
compared to what these girls do.
Well, as you can see, E.T. was with Kirsten Dunst and Gabrielle Union at the junket for Bring It On. And that's right, our rewind of the week is taking us back because it's the 20-year anniversary.
Oh my God!
Who feels super old of Bring It On?
That's right. So Bring It On was the 2000 American teen cheerleading comedy directed by Peyton Reed and written by Jessica Bendinger. And it stars Kirsten Dunst, Eliza Dushku, Jesse Bradford, and Gabrielle Union. It made $90 million at the box office and became a cheerleading cult classic. It also launched an entire franchise. There were so many after this, but none quite captured the essence of the original Bring It On.
Definitely not. They were all like remember straight to DVD or straight to VHS movies? Yes.
Return of Jafar was like the quintessential one.
But that movie was amazing.
Yeah,
the other
true.
Bring It Ons, not so much. But Ash, did you know that before the success of the Netflix docuseries Cheer, which everyone loved, the original plan for Bring It On was to do a Cheer documentary. But when Jessica was writing the movie, she was talking to her fellow MTV News colleagues, and they were like, no one would be interested in that. So instead, she wrote a movie, and it was originally titled Cheer Fever.
So you were a cheerleader, right, when you were younger?
I was a competitive cheerleader in high school. I was a flyer, a tumbler. It was a whole thing. So when Bring It On came out, I was like, oh dear God, it's my life.
Yeah, I was also a cheerleader, and yeah, let's throw up the photos if we have them. But I want to say something about this movie and what it did for the sport of cheerleading, because when this movie came out, there was a stigma about cheerleading that we stood on the sidelines of football games and waved pom-poms and went rah, 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 and that was it, and we were kind of annoying. And there's a line in the movie when Torrance says,
no, not a game. Those are like practices for us. I'm talking about a tournament.
and it just highlighted the true like dedication and athleticism that went into cheerleading and turned it into a real sport for a wide audience to see. I thought that was the most important thing at that time. Amazing.
As always, with our rewinds of the week, we got to talk about who was almost cast in this movie. Now, Torrance is, of course, played by the one and only Kirsten Dunst. But did you know that Lindsay Sloan, who played Big Red, kept auditioning for Torrance? But it's a good thing she didn't get the role because she completely lied on her resume and said she had cheer experience when she had none. Kirsten kept turning down the role before she eventually took it on.
Well, Cliff Pantone, Jason Schwartzman, and James Franco auditioned for Cliff.
What? No, thank you.
I couldn't see Jason Schwartzman in that at all. I love Jason Schwartzman, don't get me wrong, I think he's amazing, but I could not see him in that role at all. Franco auditioned just in case the show he just shot a pilot for, Freaks and Geeks, didn't get picked up.
And we're not going to talk about who was almost cast as Gabrielle Union because that is her role.
Then when you go to nationals, bring it. Don't slack off because you feel sorry for us. That way, when we beat you, we'll know it's because we're better.
She was 27 when the movie came out, and now she's 47, and she looks the same.
Maybe better.
Maybe better. Now she's a mom. She even got a Clover's uniform for her little baby, Kavi. Oh my goodness. But I love the fact that Gabrielle has always been so sure of herself, so sure of the roles that she wanted to take. So when E.T. caught up with her at the junket about why she took on this role, she had such an incredible response.
For me, I think it gave me a chance to provide a black girl in a lead that, you know, young minority people can look up to, because we haven't had that. You're usually just like the best friend, like some kind of peripheral role. And the fact that she's a leader, the fact that she gets to be dignified, articulate, intelligent, and show poise, I think was my main thing that drew me to the role, because I don't get a lot of that.
Ready, Ash? Okay, we're gonna talk about scene stealers now. which are our favorite part of our rewinds of the week. And I want to kick it off with the audition scene, which apparently was pricey AF. We love a good audition montage in a teen movie, but apparently they were so hell-bent, Peyton Reed was so hell-bent on getting Cherry Pie for the one song where the stripper comes and auditions, that they paid $40,000 to get the rights to that song.
Okay, any more questions?
Did you know that Peyton Reed is the mime?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I love a good director like cameo. That's so funny.
I think he actually told me too. Like he was like, I didn't want to be in it. I just like needed someone to do it. I was like, I'll just do it. Like I don't think he was like, I'm writing in a cameo for myself. Well, let's move over to talk about the final, the national routine. The Clovers, who won, had a huge mistake. If you watch closely, about 22 seconds into the routine, you'll see two girls run into each other. So there was actually an alternate ending in Bring It On where Torrance and Isis join the same cheerleading squad at UC Berkeley. It's in the DVD extras. What do you think about that?
I would have loved to have seen that and see them like come together and cheer on the same team, but the ending that they actually went with, which was so kooky and weird, the Hey Mickey kind of blooper reel was so much fun.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey Mickey.
Whenever I think of that song now, I instantly think about the Bring It On credits and absolutely nothing else.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey Mickey. Hey Mickey.
Well, I just love the fact that these girls had to work their booties off to prepare for these roles. They did a 4-week cheer boot camp, which cheerleaders actually have to go to. Might not be 4 weeks. And so when E.T. caught up with the stars at the premiere of Bring It On, where they had real cheerleaders just on the red carpet, we asked them what it was like, and apparently it wasn't too fun.
I called it hell. They called it cheerleading camp. You know, potato, really.
What was it like for you?
Hell. It was really difficult. It was 8, 9, 10 hours a day of just nothing but cheerleading and cheer stuff and dancing and tumbling and stunting and
Any injuries?
hell. I mean, goodness.
You hurt yourself?
My ego.
No injuries or anything like that?
Oh yeah, actually I twisted my ankle a little bit and they made the biggest drama out of it. They put me through like physical therapy for a twisted ankle.
Well, that does it for this episode of Stream Queens. Tell us how you're feeling about the fact that Bring It On just turned 20 years old.
Seriously, and let us know how you feel about Drunk History getting canceled. I'm devastated. Do you have a favorite episode? Let us know. Use that hashtag Stream Queens, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.